Hey, it's Coach Nick Tuminello. I'm here with my very good friend, fellow trainer, figure athlete, mom extraordinaire, Deanna Avery. And we have the pleasure of coming to you live and in color from the BB3 Training Center down here in South Florida, owned by my friend Billy Becker III. So I want to talk to you about how trainers devalue themselves in the eyes of their client. How do I know this? Because I did this to myself for many, many years. And that is by constantly changing the exercises in your workouts every time that they come see you. Now, we all love variety, and I will not argue that variety is the spice of life, and it's a great way to shock your body and whatnot. But there seems to be some confusion as far as shocking your body, like a bodybuilder will talk about shocking their muscle, and just doing randomized workouts, right? Now, I want to say a little caveat here. There are some clients that will come to you as a trainer, and they'll say, look, I'm not trying to get my bench press up, I'm not trying to get my squat numbers up, I'm not trying out for the NFL or Combine, or not trying to compete any fitness competitions, just kick my butt, and I like to have fun, I like variety. You know what? If that's what they tell you, and that's what they want, they don't want to think, they like that fun, thank you, you're an easy client for me, I'm happy to take your money. Fine, and you're giving them the benefit. But there are a lot of clients, and I promise you most of your clients, who are fitness clients, not getting ready to get on stage or get behind a camera for a model shoot, or not compete in the NFL or a high-level athlete. But they want to see those results. And how do you see short-term results? What I mean by short-term results is performance results in the gym, right? How do you know the physique stuff comes later? It doesn't come in a week, doesn't come in 2 weeks, doesn't come in 3 weeks, several weeks. But if I see my push-ups are going up, if I see my squats are going up, my technique is getting better, then I have buy-in. My client goes, oh, this is working. I was doing 10 push-ups, now 12, now 14, and you have something to show them. How do I ever quantify that if I never do the same thing? If I never go back to the basics? It's like being a good accountant or a good boxer. Good boxers don't know secret punches. There's only 4 punches: jab, cross, hook, uppercut. But they get the best at using those 4 punches. So you still have to have those foundations that you can come back to and use as a reference. Now, how does this devalue your services? And I'll get to why Ms. Deanna is here. It's nice just to look at her. She's pretty good looking. So it devalues your services because your client is learning from you. And sometimes they're learning lessons that you don't know you're teaching. So let's say a client has been working with me for 2 months, 3 months, maybe even a year. And I've been creative enough to think about different workouts every time that they come in. Right? I'm mixing up the planes of motion, and I'm doing all kinds of stuff. Then they turn to you one day and they go, and you've done this before if you've been with clients, they'll look at you and go, we did this last week. They might be doing rows or something, right? Didn't we do this a month ago? Didn't we do this yesterday? Right there, that client is telling you, I think I'm getting less value right now. Why? Because you've taught me that good fitness and good value is constantly changing the workouts and the new exercises every time, things I've never seen before. And as soon as you give them something they've seen before, they think you now are giving them less service because that's what you taught them. So it's up to you as a trainer to say, look, I'm going to give you some variety. We're going to make this fun for you because I want you to come back. But we have to have some benchmarks. Right? Now, bring us back to this whole muscle shock concept. Arnold Schwarzenegger used to talk about that. But remember, he's talking about shocking a specific muscle, not necessarily shocking the body. So you go, well, what's the application difference there? Let's use a suspension exercise. So you're going to show us some rows. Basic suspension. So this is what we're going to call vary without changing. And I didn't make that up. I've heard other coaches say it. So let's say I've been doing rows with Deanna. Right now she's doing more of what we call wide elbow row. That's more mid. Now what happens if I have her go low elbow with an underhand grip? Does that not change the point of loading a little bit? Good. Try to make it a little stiffer. Good. Absolutely does. Now what if we have her do, instead of this, we have her go to one-arm rows. Now we add a rotary moment in there, an anti-rotation moment, right? Or anti-rotation, she doesn't rotate, stretch if she does. So we have several methods of varying the exercise without changing it. How are we not changing? That's all right. It's still a row. That's what Arnold was talking about when he was talking about shocking his muscles. He wasn't talking about making up a crazy new movement. He was just saying, okay, I hit my bicep like this, now I'm going to try to hit it a little bit like this, a little bit like this. But he was always doing the curls. He was always doing the presses, just from different that's how we train for consistency and for results, but also to keep it fun. And that's what you teach your clients. Because once I've taught Deanna a good suspension row, it's very easy for me to say, hey, now, just tuck those elbows in and turn your wrist. Bang. Maybe a little strong. She goes, oh, I am. But she already knows how to do it. Versus if you're changing the exercises every time, you find yourself spending more time coaching up the moves and not enough actual fitness training is getting done. And the clients don't buy in because they have nothing to reference from where they started from. So that's how, number one, you can be a better trainer and give better value by varying your workouts without necessarily drastically changing. You still give some variety. And also not mislead your client by making them think that fitness is about just doing new crazy stuff all the time. Last point, if your client insists on brand new crazy things all the time and you insist on integrating that, save 10 minutes at the end of your session and you make that the freestyle part of the session. You mix it up the circuit and you make it up as you go along. You get a little bit of the consistency